This is a matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to Chapel Hill in beautiful Kenan Memorial Stadium, the home field for the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on last year's national champions, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For 3A Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And the Tar Heels will kick this away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. It tests the middle, but gets stopped. That one goes nowhere. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be into that postseason at the end of the year.
They'll run it from the gun. First out and more. He's still running. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? Past the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. No chance to catch him there.
Well, all the film work that they've done to get ready for this game, here we are in the opening drive. They see exactly what they thought they might see based on their film work. It pays off, and this back had a ton of space to show you what kind of speed he has.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
North Carolina, 0.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. To the air, it's Jefferson. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the first down. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Dumps it down to the back. Clock. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. They'll run it with the draw play. He shreds the tackle, and the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line. And the Tar Heels come to the line to run the hurry-up. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Looking right, this one caught. And the Tar Heels looking to keep this drive rolling.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
And the Tar Heels lining up here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looks right for a quick completion. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. Gives it to the back. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. And now the handoff. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense has got this drive going now. A killer penalty to extend it. A fresh set of downs now. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. To throw, it's Jefferson. Throws it to the right. And that pass is batted away, incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
He got it. The field goal's good.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. He's got it with room to run. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47.
Another Oklahoma receiver making a big-time play for this offense. Man, it just seems like over the years, so many big-time, dynamic receivers have come to Norman. Integral piece of this offense, and it gets you the yards you need.
Play action here on 1st down. Moves out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short gain.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Looking for a receiver. Pressure is coming. On the run, he's looking deep. Caught right near the sideline for a big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Sooners are in the red zone. And here's the handoff. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Grab made by the tight end. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. So the holding call on the offense will back them up 10, and they'll try it again. As we hit the quarter break, it's Oklahoma on top. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. From the shotgun, drops back. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
What a great job here by the defender on a deep ball downfield. One of the toughest things to do is get your head turned back, locate the football. He does it perfectly and bats it away.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. The Sooners will come to the line here looking to convert on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. He escapes the pocket. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Settled for 3 last time. No doubt they're looking for the end zone on this possession. Looking deep down the left side. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Breaks into the clear. At the 20. Inside the 10. Oh, the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, UNC.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The PAT puts them up 3. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. Last time the defense got a big fourth down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally. They can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Has the first down, it's still going. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Well, a good run here and a great reminder of what the Sooners are all about. And I know they've had quarterbacks that have gone on to win the Heisman in recent years, and Sam Bradford and Jason White and Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, all great players. But, man, when I think Oklahoma, I still think of them running the football with Barry Switzer. Option play, pitching it to the backs. Billy Sims, who won the Heisman. But DeMarco Murray and, of course, Adrian Peterson, Marcus Dupree. So great history, not just of quarterbacks, but of running the football in Norman, Oklahoma.
Here's the second down play. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Caught in the flat by the running back. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Boy, it's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great ball.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. And it'll be Smolder right at the line for no gain.
Good job here by the defense on third down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
And the Sooners will come to the line, looking to keep the drive going on fourth down. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Looking deep downfield to the left. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
This is what having an accurate quarterback is so important. Fourth down, critical situation. He puts that ball right on his receiver. And what I love to see is he not only picks up that first down, but he's got the speed and the awareness to take it to the end zone for the touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Starts with a quick pass to the left off the RPO. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. And the Tar Heels come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Looking to pass. It's Jefferson. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's in the clear. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Pick six could be a game changer.
Boy, in an instant, Chris, you go from having a chance to cut into this lead to now being down double digits after the interception return for a touchdown. What a play by this defense.
They had the extra point, and the lead now is 11, 21-10. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
North Carolina, 10.
Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. And the back now goes in motion. Looking to pass here on second down. Ran by the receiver. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down. Okay, we reached the 2-minute timeout. The offense some work to do here, trying to cut into this lead before halftime. Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running back has it on the screen now. Inside the 45. Finds room at the 30. Forced out of bounds after a big game. This offense set up with a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
And the Tar Heels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Jefferson. Defense is coming after him. No stopping him on that one. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
PAT is good. They still trail by 4, 21-17. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to scramble to his left. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job of taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking deep for the right side. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. Finally brought down after an explosive play for this offense. Big gain. So quickly, with one explosive play, this offense is set up just outside the 30. And looking to throw now on first down. He finds his man.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
The completion sets up a second down play. He's looking to throw. Quick throw over the middle. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's down at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
The Sooners hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Offense looking to throw the ball. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
And the extra point makes the lead 11, 28-17. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. And the Tar Heels will send their punt team onto the field.
Number 18 on to kick it away.
And the ball is away from inside the 10. And they've got the returner corralled. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? First down, looking to throw the ball. Using his legs on the scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. And it's good right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And he fields it inside the 15. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. One more play before they head to the locker room. And it's a direct snap. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
North Carolina, 17.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
Kick this one away.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. The ground game ineffective in the first half. Let's see if they stay patient or look to open up with the pass game. They get it down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. And the Tar Heels looking to run some tempo here.
What a big game by this offense, and they're now going to kick to that up-tempo.
They trap him for a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. To throw, it's Jefferson. Looking to scramble. Oh, they get him again.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Makes the catch downfield. They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
1st down. Looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
After the incompletion, 2nd down now from the 35. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The pickup is 6, makes it 3rd down and 4. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Looks left and finds his target there. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And the Tar Heels will have 1st and 10 here. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. The receiver looks it in. It's complete.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Dropping back, it's Jefferson. It's the running back in the flat. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher 2nd down on the way.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Risky throw here on 2nd down. You know, small spaces down here can be an issue for any quarterback. Very interested to see what they call here on 3rd down coming up.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. Bought some time, now lets it go. Touchdown, North Carolina. This offense really clicking. Can you say methodical? A marathon march, Kurt, just pounding away and wearing down that defense.
They just kept moving the sticks and moving the sticks until they got into the red zone, and they just kept moving the sticks until they got into the end zone. What a drive.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. The back's got it. Breaking free at the 35. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. Let's see if he can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Quick throw to the left side. Oh, he makes the catch. Brought down quickly at the 14, but the offense is in the red zone.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Looking to throw. It's Jefferson. He's running out of time here. Touchdown, UNC. The quarterback takes it in himself.
What a play by this quarterback. You're talking about third down. This is a critical time in this game, and he comes up with that play against this coverage. Everything's covered, uses his legs for not only a first down, but a touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Pre-snap motion from the offense. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Throw to the running back in the flat. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Tied up here in the third quarter. These second down and long plays become important as they try to avoid third and long. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He flips it to the back across the middle. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And the tackle is made in what's going to be the final play of this period. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. And let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter set to get underway. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Second down play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Powering through. The Sooners pick up enough for a first down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now, the football placed exactly at midfield. The shotgun running play call. First down, looking for more now. They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore. And the Sooners will line up on 1st and 10. The shotgun run call. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. He keeps it on a design run. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. He fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the stakes.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Able to convert on third, sets up 1st and goal at the 8.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Design quarterback run. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
So getting nothing on first down makes it 2nd and goal from the 8. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
And they punch it in. 3rd and goal on the 12th play of this drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Fighting for the end zone, but doesn't get there. They'll spot the ball at the 3.
Boy, the defense does their job and keeps them out of the end zone. Now it brings up a 4th down late in this game. As a head coach, you've got to make a decision and go for the field goal to take the lead here.
So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. The clock has stopped, and we have just 2 minutes to play in this game now. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. And it comes down to this, a chance to put his team in the lead in the final stages of this one. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. Try is no good, and we're still tied.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to pass. It's Jefferson. Makes a quick grab. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Receivers are bunched together. Looking to throw it on 1st down. The pocket breaking down. On the move now. He's going to pull it down and run. And he went out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time before he can get out, they keep him to a short gain.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Running back grabs it on the screen. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? Quick pass, the catch is made. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
Breaks free. He's got the 40. Now here he goes. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Well, the defense had an opportunity here to really kind of seal this game, and instead they allow the quarterback scramble to pick up some big yards and get a 1st down and get out of bounds.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Back to pass. It's Jefferson. Lets it go quickly. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They jump on top here in the final minute.
Just so impressed by this offense and the way they've executed throughout most of this day. Now with the game on the line, they deliver and give them the go-ahead score. There's enough time, though, on the clock. The defense is going to have to go out there and make some plays to be able to win this game.
Point after, not quite through. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. minus 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Snags the quick throw. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. The offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. And he'll drop back here on third down. Looks like he's going to run it. And the junior decides to pick up the first down himself. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on 1st down, but missed it.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Wide open downfield. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice...
Here's the throw deep downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. You can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They make the stop, but it's a big play to the 31. First down here for this offense. The secondary backed up off the ball now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's incomplete. They come up empty there as time expires. That's the kind of matchup we hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players, they love playing in these kind of games. You really are going to get tested. You find out what you're made out of. And these guys really met the challenge. I'm very, very impressed with the execution and how they played this game. And now they go to the next step.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College.
position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. The Sooners will put total under to crank us up. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Ohio State's offense will have first crack at this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man,
and down he goes back with the 3.
And this offense comes up first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback on the keeper. Find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. A really productive run gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. So Oklahoma's offense will have its first possession of the game. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll move the wide receiver. Tries to get it on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Breaks into the open. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Sooners are flying down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go to the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Back to throw. It's Whitted. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown Sooners. The old Larynx is going to get a workout today with all these Boomer Sooners cascading down here in Oklahoma.
I do love that about college football, the individual chance you get. And when you get going early, when you get going and get this crowd going in the game, and they can be a big part of it, man, it energizes the whole team. And you hear what in this stadium, Reese?
Boomer!
Sooner!
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spread going to create a big play.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll try to pop the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Whitted. Zings it complete to the right. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. With the catch, it's Ball. Turning it on. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Took care of it himself. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play action fake. Flips it out to the back. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Pressure coming. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Whitted. He's got it on the run.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. He's looking to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is why this defense is so good. They get after the quarterback and get him on the ground. That's their 3rd on the day, and they're number 1 in the country in sacks, and they have been a problem for every offense they've faced.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Catches it at the 30. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Give to the running back. There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Right back to the well. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll give it to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking to pass. It's Whitted. Oh, they're after him. Makes the catch. It's Robbins. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Now, a 4th down.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Trying to do it on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Sooners back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not a lot going on there, picked up a couple.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here's first and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to get it in. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A pass in these tight quarters, if you're going to put the ball up, you'd like to think that you'd either have space or get it downfield a little bit.
Yeah, I like the defense understanding where the end zone is and then defending that line. It's okay to make the catch. You just got to make sure you get the ball carrier down in the field of play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with
Trying to get it in. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really...
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
They bring him... Not before he gets a first down at the 35. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Running behind that left side.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Here they come, first and 10 from the 48. Might be changing the route. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Whitted. Oh, he wants it all. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown Sooner. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Purdue delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the Big Ten. Trust me when I say the party is on in West Lafayette. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far.
The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Quick release on the RPO. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Give to the single back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's... that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Dropping back, it's Whitted. It's complete to the left. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Catch in the middle, it's Robbins. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Robbins. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Sooners line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Ball. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the play.
And the defense, got him at the 27. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Back to pass, it's Whitted. Got his man quickly. And he's wrestled to the ground.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100-touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. starts the drive trying to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Dugan. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And this is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The kick is on its way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Running it to the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. They go right back to him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. That That one interception in the loss last week really stuck with him, but he's answered by taking care of the football in this game.
Nice answer. Just a nice bounce back. When you're the leader and you're the guy that everybody looks to and you handle adversity from last week like you did today in this game, nice job by this quarterback leading this team.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
One of the things I love about this guy is he's so hard on himself. Did a lot of good things last week, but he also threw one interception. He said that just ate away at him all week long. Coming into this game, he wanted to play perfect. No picks so far today. He's doing just that.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Savage. Pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
And they're not on the same page there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt him. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him.
Turning it on! We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there. Why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
He'll keep it himself. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to find the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. San Diego State had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans are psyched for hoop season, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give as they work on that clock. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
This guy's looking real sharp this week. Listen, QBs hate throwing picks. He only threw 1 last week, but that really ate him up all week long in practice. He wanted to come out here, put his best foot forward. He's done just that.
To the air. It's Whitted. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got his man. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
Sometimes people put too much stock in the higher-ranked team is supposed to win. Looks as if that's going to happen thanks to the passing game in this one.
Yeah, they've got weapons, and we've seen that in the early part of this season. Speed on the outside. When they've got one-on-one matchups, they take advantage of it. And they're making a statement here today, Dave.
Yeah, when you do it against elite competition, your ranking starts to climb, the belief starts to climb, the pressure will climb as well, but this is a good statement day for this team.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The RPO, it's complete. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Scanning the field, it's Whitted. Quarterback extends the play. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it.
There he goes! And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Here we go.
Leaves it with the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's open. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
One more play to pad the stats. To the air, it's Savage. Throws toward the end zone. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it.